I don't really know how to ask this question. I'm going through a weird phase right now where like sometimes doing more than one thing at a time is confusing and sometimes multitask or sometimes speaking is hard and sometimes I'll like temporarily have amnesia where it's like I don't remember anything prior to this moment and I don't really exist and nothing really exists. But like I assume this is a normal place, but like what's beyond that? Like this is like me adjusting to like a new place or like are you able to like give me some
Mm.
insight into what's happening with
Yeah.
this process?
Yeah. Yeah. So, not unheard of, not uncommon. Um, the awakening process um unfolds over time, and there's like certain periods of integration. There's certain periods of adjustment energetically are it's a bit of a new way of operating, and so we have to kind of learn how to do that, learn how to live in this new way. Um, it's kind of like if you were to do psychedelics or even smoke weed, which I don't recommend during this process, but just for example, like some people have to learn how to trip. You kind of have to learn how to be in that state of consciousness.
I feel like I'm constantly tripping on mushrooms like 24/7 is what it actually genuinely feels like.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so simultaneously, you'll become more acclimated to that, and it will probably become more calm, and you'll come down a little bit simultaneously. So you get
And
more
I get
used to it, and it comes down.
confused. Like
Mm.
I don't know what's real life and like do I exist? Does anything
Ah,
exist?
okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's confusing. Like
Mm.
what happens after nothing exists and you don't exist? Like is there
Yeah.
something beyond that?
Yeah. So in Zen, what they say is first there is a mountain, then there is no mountain, then there is a
Yes.
mountain again.
Okay, fuck. I'm in the no mount. I was on this beautiful mountain and then nothing, and then the mountain was gone, and now I'm confused, and I'm like always confused, and I don't understand like the human condition anymore. Like I used to be able to just read people like a map, and now I'm like this naive baby that doesn't understand what's happening in the world.
Yeah. So the third stage is coming, then there is a mountain again.
Okay.
So you're in the middle, so it's not the end. It feels that way at times. It feels like this complete thing because you kind of recognize there's no mountain. So how can there be anything that comes beyond that?
Yes.
That's,
Very
I'm
weird.
not saying you're trapped, but that is a trap that some
Yeah.
people fall into.
Yeah.
Feels complete, and then they just walk around saying like everything is an illusion. There's only consciousness, nothing exists. Actually, it's paradoxical. There's a mountain again, and yet
Okay.
somehow we live in the understanding that emptiness is form and form is emptiness, that there's nothing and there's everything, and I'm everyone, I'm nobody, I exist, I don't exist, we're all one, it's all a dream, it's all real. It's all like that's all of those paradoxes come together,
Yeah.
and it's comfortable. It's comfortable.
Yeah,
So
right now it's just disorienting.
yes, yes,
It's
it
just
takes time.
like it feels like amnesia and it feels like vertigo
Yeah.
and it feels like I don't know what.
So at this time, very, very important. So you've had a significant awakening. Well done. Now your body is just trying to catch up. So all you have to do is just take care of your body. That's just take care of your body. That's your spiritual practice, grounding, walking in nature, ex just very basic things. So even if, for example, you feel like you don't exist, still you're probably not gonna like, pee your pants, right? Like
Yeah.
you still have to take care of the body, even if it's like a dream or whatever you think that it is. You're still gonna do those basic things. So just really just take care of this body and give it time and know that there is another phase that comes where there's integration. A great book for this time is called The End of Your World,
Oh,
Uncensored
I've heard of
Straight
that.
Talk on the
Mhm.
Nature of Enlightenment by Adyashanti.
Okay. The End of Your World. I've
Yes,
heard of it. Okay.
it's an excellent book
Um,
for this time on the path. And he you know, gives you some straight talk on the nature of enlightenment, directly speaking to those whose quote unquote world has ended as a result of this awakening process.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really, really appreciate this group so much because I tried to find somebody that could relate to this experience at the Shambhala Center. And I realized that I'm just all like, I'm totally alone somehow. Like, I can't find anyone else anywhere. And it's such a weird feeling. Like, I thought it would be easier to find people. Like, you have been doing this for how long?
I don't
Have
know.
you just been alone in the world for this long?
Books have helped me a lot. Books have helped me a lot. I've explored some traditions and whatnot, but some from what I understand, some traditions don't actively speak about this. Instead, they'll just let this process unfold by like, they'll hand you a broom and say, all right, just go sweep and stop talking about this, and they'll just keep an eye on you, you know? Um, so that's different ways of approaching it that different traditions have. There some are more direct and whatnot. Like but it's it's a unique phase for everybody. Um, but remembering no matter what, the journey keeps continuing and continuing. So whenever you come to a point, it kind of feels like, how can there be more? There always is more. There's always something like it just keeps shifting and changing. And that doesn't have to mean it's uncomfortable, but there's always some shift or some change. So whenever you come to a point, don't feel as if you've landed and that's it. It's gonna turn into something else and something else and something else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know that. I just wanted to know what the something else
Yeah.
was so that I could,
Yeah.
you know, think
So
about that.
the beginning, so there's the saying in Buddhism, form is emptiness, semicolon, emptiness is form. This is from the Heart Sutra, if I'm not mistaken. So we want to abide as the semicolon, right in the center. That's to me, that's non-duality. Form is
Okay.
emptiness, emptiness is form. Most people just think form, form, form. Everything is form, everything is material. Then we discover emptiness. Oh, everything is emptiness, nothing is real.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
they're the same. It's the paradox. That's non-duality. That's how we come into a real embodiment. That's the non-duality between the masculine and the feminine, the Shiva and the Shakti. So you could say Shiva, unmanifest consciousness, pure consciousness, that's nothing. You're like, everything is Shiva. Holy shit. Right? Everything is also Shakti. Shiva and Shakti are the same thing. And that's where the final, you could say, maybe not final, but like that's where the next point is, where we come to that middle point where we're able to hold a paradox and recognize I'm everything, I'm nothing, I'm everywhere, I'm nowhere, I'm a person, I'm not a person. And yet paradoxically, we're here. I'm transcendent and I'm immanent. And we're here having this conversation. Even though I know everybody's me, I'm still having a conversation because what else am I going to do? So that's kind of where it ends up. Yeah.
Thank you. Oh
Yeah,
my
you're
gosh.
welcome.